Hey, by the way, all you guys that subscribed and are watching my videos, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. So if you haven't, please subscribe. You know, if you like the video, like it. And I always take comments. Oh, by the way, I had a guy ask me about the old 550 horsepower series. And he wanted to know if the parts I had listed were, you know, what years. So on that 550 horsepower, all the parts that I have listed on that whole series is good from really 1970 to say 75. So any of those years, those parts are going to be good. And I'm back on the 20. I kind of feel bad because the guy's been wanting it but done, and I just haven't had time to. But anyway, it's a good motor, but I wanted to flush it, so flush tubes over here, and I just got my garden hose going up to the thing, and I just kind of do it slow. See what happens there. Whoa. There it goes. Alright, well that's good. See, so now I know it's peeing good. Let's let it flush for a second. Pretty good pressure. I don't do it real hard. Get it about right there. Make sure it's cleaned out good. But now we know when we put the water pump on that it'll flush good. So I have to get my little connector that goes down in that. Turn that off. So anyway, yeah, I got the 20. I'm gonna sell this. I'm partnering up with a guy on it, and we got a few of them actually, but I made one good one. Don't know if I can get the other one going or not. But now that I got that, I'm gonna put the lower unit on it, see if I can get it fired up, see if it'll run. Can't remember if we cleaned the carbs or not, or if we didn't clean the carbs. I'm just going over here, turn off the water. I'm gonna walk all the way around. Thinking about putting some water on the side of the house so I can not have to walk all the way over here. Everything's leaking. So, customer brought me this Mercury 40, and this is kind of an interesting one. Did a compression test on it yesterday. You know, you guys see me do that a bunch. But it's a 4-cylinder 40. It's from the 90s. I'm guessing 92, 91 to like maybe 90, 93. Somewhere in that range, but it may be a little earlier. I don't know. I had to really kind of, but regardless, it's 4-cylinder. I did a compression test. Top one was 140. The second one, I don't even remember now. I'm gonna take the top off. It was like 138. Then we had like 25, and then on the bottom cylinder we had like 121, almost 130. I think it was 130. So we had a dead cylinder, but it had been sitting for a while. So what I did was, just to make sure it didn't have a stuck ring, I just took some liquid wrench and, you know, sprayed it up in there. The problem you'll have is like you only spray like this, or if you have the motor up, maybe some of that will get around the whole piston. But usually it's kind of hard. But I cleaned out the holes with some chemical B12 first. It's always good to do, and then because that stuff is great. And then I put some just liquid wrench. You can do W40. You could do just about anything really. But I have a can. This is 2-cycle oil. It's the premium stuff. Anyway, it's got this nice little hose to it. I'm trying to do this. Do 2 hands here. Yeah, it's just got this hose, so you can stick it in the cylinder and kind of point it up on top. So when I did the liquid wrench, I got it up to like 140, and then I sprayed it down again. I got up to like 150. So I thought, man, it's got to be a stuck ring. So I stuck this in and pumped a bunch of 2-cycle oil and rechecked it. Just use the regular start key on your remote, and I got it up to 120. So I guess they're all supposed to be within 10%. So if you could kind of do it, but I don't know if this would be right, but so if we take 140 plus, say, 138 plus 120 plus 130 equals, alright, and then we're going to divide that by 4. Is this going to give us right? 132 is the average. Okay, so then we take 140, okay, and we're going to take times 10%, so that's 14. So we have a 14 psi range. Okay, 14 psi range. So 140, so I don't know. That's 140. So 126. 126 is our bottom range of 10% on each cylinder. So hopefully you got that. I just added 140 plus 138 plus 120 plus 130. And that gave me 528. Divide that by 4 equals 132. So 132. So 132 minus 140, what is that? It's 8. So this motor will run. And I suspect that maybe that third cylinder will come up some once we get some fuel and get some some 2-cycle up in it. So it's been set, and after I got the 120, I hit it with this again when it's set overnight, so it's soaking. Should help it. And it had some really rusted up plugs. Well, at least on the outside there was some, and let me just show you. Just kind of have them sitting here. Of course, I don't know what was 1, what was 2. So if we look at these 3, well, there's this one. See, it's pretty dirtied up, and it's a BU HW-2s. I run Champion plugs on these old ones. They're just going to be better. So a Champion's going to be L78Vs. So there's, whatever, 1 or 2. So this one had a little rust on the outside, but was okay. So I think that was 1, 2, 3. I mean 1, 2, 4. But then we can see this one has some definite signs of rust. So that kind of gave me an indication that, you know, maybe the piston ring was a little seized. On this motor, I suspect it's a little earlier, like maybe a 91 or a 90. It has it's a trim assist, and it kind of looks like a power trim unit, but it's just a trim assist. And you could put a power trim unit on this. I think this comes out. Anyway, then you put a Mercury power assist on it. Sort of looks like a Force, Chrysler Force. And I suspect Mercury made the engine. Maybe they're, I don't know. It's, you know, it is what it is. But I think this will run. It'll come back and it'll be running for the guys. So it's just like a cheap little boat. So Glasstream. Glasstream. It's a 1560 Pro Bass. Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole ID, maybe. Yeah, it's still there. 89. See it right there? 89. So that's an 89, I bet. It's original to it. 89 boat. Anyway. Yeah. So what else? There's this guy. And I'm still just waiting on a jack plate, steering cable, and throttle shift cables. They're not long enough. This is sealing. We're on our 5th day. This is 5200. So it will take another couple days to seal, but that's fine. I could take the clamps off now if I wanted to, but I'll wait till I get everything, and then of course we're going to mount a jack plate that'll mount to this 70 horsepower engine. And the only thing I really have to do, I'm probably going to do today, is I've got that board. I'm going to mount to the side over there so we can mount trim pump. And I don't think our cables are a lot. They may be. If I push this all the way up, I could put the cables on it, then I could test the trim pump. It sounded like it was working. The guy bought it as a working motor. Alright, so I guess it's the week for transoms. So then I put my Champion in the water. Had a leak. And here is your tie downs. So I had water in them. I had to take them out. You know, you guys that got fiberglass boats, when you're using your tie downs, okay, when you're using these tie downs, you don't have to just ratchet down. They just need to be firm. When you do that, you're going to break the RTV seal, so don't do what I did. You're going to break, I said RTV, but a silicone seal, because then it'll go into the transom. This one's wood. Luckily it's solid as can be. So that's, I caught it really early. Caught this really early. This is the other side. Both sides had water come out. It's been drying for 2 days in the hot sun. This morning I took it and just took a hair dryer and I'm letting it set. Maybe, I think later today I could probably go ahead and seal it. But you got to get the water out of it, because it'll just be like a milk jug. It's going to hold water and it's never going to go because you're sealing it up. So the rot will just continue to happen. So you got to dry them out. And now I also did the front tie down on the boat. So I already did this one, sealed. This one was fine, but I went ahead and sealed it up. And that's another one. You know, I know you want to get it up to here, but just be careful, because if you break the RTV sealant, then you're screwed. Now on the back side of these, on all of these, the bolts were just regular stainless steel bolts. So I bought some stainless steel lock washers, nylon locking nuts to put on the back side of these bolts. Because if you don't do that, then you know the water will conduct, and then I think it could probably. Here's a good question. It's like, if it conducts and it's zinc, will it be fine, or does it need to be stainless steel? And that's a question I don't know for sure. So anyway, and then the only other thing is in the rod locker. I've got one that they added on a locker, but it didn't have a gas assist, you know, cylinder. At least connect to those gas assists. So I'm adding that right now. I've got the one already mounted in the lid. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys soon.